Hi, everybody, and welcome to Licata Live. Carrie, Neely here with Katie Blocker today.
Good morning.
Thought it might be helpful for you to hear a little bit about one of the reasons we really value working as part of a team is we have a lot of folks here that help support you through either buying or selling, and I'm going to let Katie talk a little bit about her role. Sometimes she is the magic behind the scenes, but does a lot of important things for us in terms of keeping us on track, keeping us on target. She's just an extra hand for us and for you as clients when you are in the process of either buying or selling a home. So Katie, why don't we start first with telling us a little bit about your background experience and how you came to the Licatas.
So I have been a licensed agent myself for 9.5 years now. Prior to coming to the Licata group, I was an active agent for several years and also worked in real estate management. So I, come with a lot of experience. As being on the team is very nice because you do have that collaboration and the assistance from everyone. So, a lot of balls in the air with the real estate contracts, a lot of things that go into scheduling between the point when you go under contract and when you close, usually approximately a month later. So I'm the one who makes sure that all the I's are dotted, T's are crossed, that we're staying compliant with our contracts and maintaining our timeline, scheduling, for closings. So a lot goes into it. So,
and she's excellent at keeping those T's crossed and I's dotted, I will add. And she is our transactions coordinator. Mm-hmm. So if you're listing a home, then your first interaction will usually be with Daisy, our listing coordinator.
Daisy and I are both here, and we work like this, Daisy and I. So she'll get everything ready for your listing, get it looking beautiful, coordinate the pictures. If you need any services done to get it photo ready before listing, both inside and outside, she's your girl. And then once you go under contract is when it's handed off to me.
So Katie, tell us a little bit about what is it that you enjoy most about your role? Because again, sometimes she's the unsung hero in our team. A lot of folks know her through emails and maybe phone calls, but it's always fun when we have closing day to actually introduce you to folks that you've become, you've gotten to know just through the course of the transaction. But what is the joy part of what you do?
So my favorite part is closing day. It's getting it across the finish line, because a lot of the times during the middle of the transaction, maybe you're coming up on a really close deadline, or you have for example, items from a home inspection report that need to be repaired, and you've been having a hard time getting contractors lined up. I go out of my way to make sure we get things done, whether it's getting contractors the day before Thanksgiving or the day after,
which sounds familiar,
on a Sunday afternoon. Yeah. I mean, we will do anything we can to get things done in a timely fashion. And it can be really intimidating as a homeowner if you don't have a lot of the contacts or the connections. You don't know the vendors and you haven't worked with them on a regular basis. It's really hard sometimes to find people. But we have a whole database of people we work with on a regular basis, and sometimes we call in favors. So that's the joy to me, is when people think like there's no way this is going to happen, there's no way it can get done, and then we get it done and they close on time. And sometimes trying to coordinate coinciding settlements if you're trying to sell one house and close on the next one. We do all those things. So
there's a lot of backward mapping that has to happen in order to cross that finish line. And a lot of folks don't realize how many points along the way there are that can be really stressful. And our goal is always to make this the least stressful process as possible. And Katie is definitely a huge part in making that happen. And we're really grateful we have her here. Another piece of that is it's hard for everyone to be everywhere at one time, and sometimes things seem to happen all at once. So Katie is another resource on our team to help us if we need to go let someone into a home or show a home or do some follow-up work because one of us can't get there. So knowing that she's also a licensed agent, makes all of us feel really comfortable. And it's also just part of that, being part of a team, and every transaction is different and unique, just like every home and every person is unique. So it's great to have a wealth of those experiences, and you're 10 years, almost 10 years into it. So you bring with you so many experiences that we've learned from. So we appreciate that for sure.
Well, I think that, like you said, is like really the beauty of a team, because I know every member of the team jumps in and, covers for each other. And if someone's out of town and you have a client that has to see a house and you're afraid it's going to go quickly, I know everyone on the team goes out of their way to make sure that our clients don't miss any level of, service because one of us is sick or one of us is out of town.
Right,
so,
right.
And it's an added plus.
For sure. I think another benefit, and I kind of compare like my Act 1 life in education, I think about families who would come in with their little kindergartner, and it's their first time going through this whole process. But it was always comforting to remind them that, we've gone through this many, many times and helped many families and have worked with, thousands of children, and just knowing that in our collective group, wow, we hundreds
have
and hundreds,
100 years of experience. Yeah.
So it's great to be able to have that wealth of experience behind you, even if it's not your own personal experience.
Right. Well, and like you said, every single transaction is a little different, and it's just really nice. If it's not something I've done in the past, chances are you have, or one of our other agents have. And it's just really helpful to bounce ideas off each other and scenarios. And, and when we do have newer agents come in, we recently welcomed a couple newer agents. And I think it's really beneficial for them to kind of absorb everyone else's experience and be brought along in the right, brought up in the right way.
Yeah, I agree. And one of the things that we also do as part of our teamwork is we use, certain scripts, certain experiences that the team has had that you maybe haven't had yet. So, we're just continually learning. We're the commitment that our team has to just lifelong learning, and also markets change. So you have to be
constantly evolving and adapting.
Absolutely, 100%. So it's a pretty exciting process, but it's definitely a never-ending learning process for sure. So,
and we do manage to have some fun.
We have a little bit of fun along the way. I think that's important for sure.
It is. Our team is great.
Yep. Jackson Brown has a line that I love. It is, make it on your own if you think you can. And I love the idea that none of us has to make it on our own.
Right.
We're here for each other, and we're here for you.
Yes.
So thanks, Katie, for being a part of our conversation today. I wanted to remind everyone that we are a drop-off point for Orange County Toy Box through December 14th. So if you haven't had a chance to do a little Christmas shopping yet for a child in need, we are here. We're open 9 to 5, so you can stop by and feel free to drop off for the toy box, and we'll make sure it gets to some children who will be very happy on Christmas morning. So appreciate all of the folks who are remembering this as a season of giving. So thanks again, and look forward to seeing you soon. Have a great day. Thanks, Katie.
Bye, guys. See you next time.
Bye.